Hey, hey, Chalkin History friends. It's Shelly and it is Tuesday. Say hello. We are live. We're playing with watercolor florals tonight. And etching cream. I'll take a minute to get this sprinkled out. If you see that red live box at the top left corner of your screen, you are with me. Say hello. Here we go. Hello, hello, friends. Say hello. Good evening. I know it's getting late and I'm so sleepy. I've had a busy day today. I went and saw my daughter who lives about an hour and a half away, so I spent some time with her today. Ooh, it was a beautiful day. I want to say probably close to 80 today. I didn't really look to see what the official weather said, but gorgeous days ahead, you guys. All right, let's just dig in. We are going to use, I contemplated tonight whether I wanted to use etching cream or inks. We've been doing a lot of inks lately, so I thought I would revisit our etching cream. I'm going to use the Watercolored Florals. It's an A size transfer, so it's small. And I made fajitas in the crock pot yesterday, and I finished a jar of chili powder. If anyone knows the Watkins, I think it's Watkins. Is it Watkins? Where's my lid? I think it's Watkins. They have some really tasty spices. Anyway, finished that jar, rinsed it out, and I thought, how cute would that be if you used it with that lid, because it's got the holes in it, and you put just fresh little picks of florals or real flowers. You know, you can fill that up with water, and this would kind of hold your flowers in place. I thought that kind of got my brain going, and I thought, oh my gosh, we have these cute little floral stems. I wonder if that'll fit, and I do believe they will. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do today. So follow along. We're going to do some etching. I am going to cut these in their individual strips. I've already labeled them. Oh, but I should do this on the front. I should also number them, so then they go on the right backer. Not that it really matters, but why not, right? Why not try to be organized? All right, now the etching cream does not harm our transfers, which is a beautiful thing. Also, the torch paste, that also does not hurt our transfers, and I don't believe bleaches do either. I haven't really bleached with one yet. I haven't done that yet, but I don't think that bothers them all that much either. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. I haven't done it. Okay, we're just going to apply these. We're going to etch it. And then at the end, I'm going to take some of my gilding waxes, or I might take some of the chameleon wax. And we're going to see if we can color the etching in a bit. You should wear gloves, blah, blah, blah. Read the directions when using this. I have used etching cream for years, so I am quite used to the process. All right. Kind of stinky. It might be getting old. All right, let's take this transfer off. I've cleaned the jar and all that, so it's nice and clean. I am going to put this down to the very bottom. Let's see if it makes it on the full face. It kind of goes up on, there's like a little curve. So maybe what we'll do is we'll start it below that. Take it down, and then I'll just stop like right there. I'll etch it to about there. I think that'll be fine. I can't wait to see what this looks like. I have my spray water and that kind of thing. I'll probably kind of just spritz it a little bit to get it to clean it a little bit. I have wipes, so we can wipe them as it comes off. Okay. Now, keep in mind, etching cream is like, it's like bleach, right? The second it hits that surface, boom, it starts to do its thing, okay? So try not to go off your transfer. If you feel like you're gonna be sloppy, messy, whatever, tape it, you know, put a nice big little piece of tape over there. Otherwise, go for it. Just get a popsicle stick here. Some etching cream. Start with that. How about that? All right, and you can use your squeegee. It doesn't harm the squeegee. I just put it all over the design. Remember, try to stay on that transfer. I like to put a nice, decent coat, although it doesn't matter. Like I said, the second it hits that glass, it's starting to etch. It starts the process, so it really doesn't matter how thick it is. But I do want to make sure we get all of that design covered. So I'm just going to kind of work it around. You can remove it and just kind of keep moving it around if you want. Like I said, the second it hits that glass, it does start the etching process, okay? It won't wash off. Like the etching, once the etching is done, it's done. It doesn't move, it doesn't come off. It's there forever. So that's why I say be very careful when you're applying it. You can also look through the back to see that you've gotten all of it. Looks like I've gotten all of it. Okay, so now we're just gonna squeegee that off, put it back. Again, I'm trying to stay on the transfer. Don't want to go off that edge. Okay. All right. Put that in the lid there. All right, let's do this. I'm going to take this off. So that I can just kind of wash my transfer. So you peel it off, okay? It's still there, okay? It's still doing its thing. but I'm just gonna quickly wipe that up. Again, it does not harm the transfer at all. Okay, clean, all clean. Let's get a paper towel. All right, and then we'll put our backer, put it right back on the backer. Oops. Try to do it straight, shell. There we go. Back on the backer it goes. Okay, that one's done. And then, usually I take it to my sink and I rinse it. However, I feel like I'm just gonna wipe it and see what happens. Isn't that cute? Can you see it? Okay, that isn't wiped off yet. That still has the etching cream. I'm trying to contemplate whether I want to wipe it or if I want to rinse it. Probably should have wiped it off when the transfer was on, because then you're not smearing it against the glass. I'm gonna go quickly put this under the faucet real quick, and then I'll be right back. All right. It only takes a second to rinse it off. I think what I'll do next time is just wipe it off with the transfer still on it. Okay. And then of course water got in there, so let me just dry that out. And then as it dries, it comes back to life. Can you guys see that? How cute is that? And then you can put like colored water in there, and then you'll really see the design pop. How cute is that? But it only takes a few minutes to etch. All right, let's do all the designs. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's see. So that was that flower. I feel like I'll do the opposite. This kind of looks similar, so I might do that on the opposite side. So that's number 4. So let's do 1, we'll do 2, 3, and then 4. We'll just keep turning. All right. This is number 2. Kind of start the flower in the same spot. Rub it down. Again, try to stay on that transfer itself. And it does go off the edge a little bit, so we'll probably just stop right there with it. Just putting it on with a popsicle stick, craft stick. And then we'll just smear it all over. Like I said, I'll probably stop right about there. Making sure I got everything covered that I need to cover. Also making sure I'm staying on that transfer itself. We want a decent coverage. Like I said, the second it hits that glass, it is starting to etch. And it does not take long. You don't have to let it sit 10, 15 minutes. It really only takes a few minutes. And then if you want to spin it and see if you've got good coverage, edges. Just be careful when you're working with it. I've always found that some it has like little particles, and I want to say it's like little pieces of glass, so be careful handling your pieces with it. I don't know, I think I've Googled that, but I'd have to Google that again. I always feel little sharp pieces of something in my etching cream, and it doesn't matter how many jars I've bought, they all have it. It's kind of crazy. All right, we'll let that sit a minute and then we'll take it off. Then I'll wipe the transfer before we even clean it and take it off. Again, it did go off a little bit off the jar, so I'm just going to try to keep it to the same area as the other. Okay, let's go ahead and take that off. Just like our paste, it's reusable, which is kind of cool. Back in the jar. Okay, we got most of it off. Now I'm going to take my wipe and just wipe straight down so we can get most of that off. There we go. Take the transfer off. And we're going to take our chances because this is still the etching cream that's still on there. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick swipe. Ready? There we go. That should be okay. Let's get a clean wipe. All right, so when you get it wet, you can't really see it, but the magic happens when it starts to dry. It's so hard to photograph glass. Can you see that? So fun. That's why I want to use etching cream or the either gilding wax or the chameleon wax to see if we can bring it to life. Just trying to get that dry. I got water in there. There we go. So we have two sides done so far. That side. Sometimes it helps when you put something dark behind it. Let's see. So we got two sides done. All right, let's keep moving along. Let's wipe this off. Get it clean before we put it away. Towel to it, dry it up. Get our backer sheet and then put that back on. Okay, that's number 2. All right, let's give it a spin. I'm gonna get rid of these. Okay, so we had 1, 2, now we're going to do 3. Or no, I think we said we were going to do 4 opposite because 4 seems similar to 1. So I thought maybe, so we'll do 1, 2, 4, and then 3, I think. To me, that makes sense. I just numbered them 1 through 4, from left to right. Okay. Straight down the jar here. And then it does cut off. I'll probably like cut that off and cut that off, I think. So that might need help guiding myself there. So I'm going to put some washi tape down there. That will help me not go past a certain point. Like that. And we'll stop it right there. There we go. That way they're all kind of similar as to where they end. Okay, stir it up. And then if you get something on the tape, then it's no big deal. Move it around with our squeegee here. Make sure you get it on the entire design. Again, once you get it kind of like an even coat, you can look through the glass from the other side to see if you've missed anything. So I can kind of look through. I might be missing just a little corner of that flower over here. All right, let me take a peek again. That's much better. Maybe over here a little bit. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a minute. Have you guys tried etching? Comment etch if you want more information on where to get yourself a bottle. I prefer the Armor Etch, which is what we have, or we had it. I think we still supply it. I prefer that over, oh gosh, what's the other one called? I can't remember what the other one's called, but I don't like the other one. The other one I don't feel like I get good results with. Take it off. Just like our paste, you want to squeegee it off. Remember, watch where you're going with it because it does work immediately. The second it touches glass, it will leave a mark. Okay. I'm going to grab a clean wipe. Wipe the majority of it off. this in here. Okay. Let's get the transfer off and then wipe it. Wipe it clean. Let's get our transfer clean. Get this off. You could use your placement tape, washi tape, that also works very well. Okay, nice and clean. Let's get another clean paper towel. Put that back on the backer sheet. These also fit our wood bookmarks really nicely. Okay, you can see it's trying to come to life. So pretty, you guys. I hope that chameleon wax, I hope that really brings out this etching. It's kind of like a like a buff and rub kind of thing. You would rub it and it stays on the etching part. We're gonna see if that works. If not, I just think it's cute anyways. All right, last section. Last section. We could have also used our inks and then heat set this in the oven. I put it in a cool, let's see, I put it in a cool oven. Heat it to 350. Once it hits 350, then I let it cook for 30 minutes. I turn off the heat and then let it cool down in the oven. Because when you bring something like a hot glass out, it can hit, like, especially if your air is cooler, it'll hit that cool air and shatter, so you don't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to kind of block that off. Block that off. There, that's cute. Cute, 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 cute. Okay. Last side. Get our squeegee and kind of move it around. Get it down there. You could probably also use like a foam brush if you wanted to use that to move it around, you could. But squeegee works just as well. Again, you want to make sure you're getting that entire design. Gosh, I haven't etched in a long time. Forgot how easy it was. Okay, I'm gonna look from this side. I think I got it covered. Let's see here. Okay, that should be covered pretty well. Let's give that a minute just to kind of work its magic. Wipe. All right. Ooh, I see the top of the flower didn't get it. Aha. Let's just move that up a little bit here. Saw that at the last minute. Okay, got the majority of it. Let's just get this off. Take that off. My gosh, so pretty. There's that flower. So pretty. All right, we have all 4 sides done. Yay, let me get this clean. And then we're gonna bring out that chameleon wax. So we have gilding, well, we had gilding wax and we had the chameleon wax. The chameleon wax is kind of cool. It changes colors on you. Hence the word chameleon. So I thought we would play with those because those are colored. Otherwise I have like silver and gold and copper and bronze. And I think the other color was zinc. So that's probably more of like a pewter, I'm thinking. But those colors sound boring. So we're gonna try the colors. I brought out my chameleon waxes. I think Rub and Buffs, I think you can get like a white and a black, and I think I've had a red before. Okay, put this, let's put this away. These are all clean. Like I said, the etching cream does not harm our transfers, which is good to know. Like if you get scorch paint, that wood burning paste stuff, that doesn't harm it either. Not sure about bleach. Not sure about, what is that? I can see it. It's the green bottle of paste. I can't, or of bleach. What is that? It's not Cascade. I don't know why I'm thinking Cascade, but it's, I don't know. I'll think of it. I don't use it at home, so I don't have it. Anyway, I am not certain about bleaches. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, that's clean. We can take this out of here. Popsicle stick, craft stick, whatever you want to call it. Place that there. Okay, at least we're not cleaning up after ink or paste tonight. All right, and then again, this was the lid. So I thought you could put either little fresh flowers through there that would hold it in place, fake flowers, whatever. I'm probably gonna paint this up. I did wash it, except it's stained. Kind of smells like it was chili powder. Okay, let's bring out our waxes. We have apricot, cactus and lilac. The lilac is purple, green for the cactus, and apricot is like a pinky, peachy color, I think. I'm gonna open these up. I don't think I've used these yet, but I've seen how they like go on certain colors that you wouldn't. Oh, apricot looks peachy. That would make sense. That would make total sense. And then this is the cactus. Do you see? They're kind of like, they kind of glow. It's awesome. And ooh, the lilac, it's kind of like a purpley color. Okay, I'm gonna go with the lilac. Let's just, oof, that stinks. Yeah. I'm gonna try to, oh, so pretty. I'm gonna rub it over the flower. And it is, it's kind of like a rub and buff. Okay, so you rub it over it. Can you guys see that? And then we're gonna get a paper towel. Let's see. If you just kind of wipe it off, does it wipe it all off? Yeah, it kind of does. It's not like it's a true etch where you're getting it into, not like when you're putting in a sandblasting cabinet, although I kind of see it on the camera. Kind of looks purpley to me, but let's see what gilding wax would do. Let's try gold. Or let's see what zinc looks like. Zinc might be a darker color. Maybe that's like a charcoal color. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Let's do that one. Ooh, these things stink. Pee-ooey. All right, let's try this. Let's just do the flower. Let's just do the whole thing, shall we? Shall we? I'm just kind of spreading it on the whole design. See if this sticks or not. Otherwise, it's okay. It'll be just an etched project. So I just kind of have it smeared. Just kind of do a wipe. May have made it a little darker, but nothing crazy. It might have made it darker and kind of not like, this appears more like an etched, a ghosted look to it, whereas this is more of a darker color. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Now that we did one side, we gotta do them all. So I'm just gonna put some on a paper towel here. And rub it on. I don't know, I can't really tell. Can't really tell. The zinc is a cool color. It's kind of like a bluish color to it. Bluish metal. Okay, I'm just going to kind of rub it on it. All of them again. And then I'll rub it off. Oof, stinky. Stinky, stinky. I'm gonna have a headache. Okay, then you wanna rub it off. It's kind of made the glass dark. interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know. Can you guys tell? You probably can't tell. It's kind of giving it a smoky look. I'm not sure. Not sure I'm digging that. Let me wash my hands here. Let's see if I can get that off. Yeah, I'm thinking the waxes don't really work. It's not, like I said, it's not it's an etching. It's kind of like a surface etch versus like an etch where you can actually feel it in glass, like if you were to put it into an etching cabinet and they sandblast it. I think it's cute nonetheless though. Well, darn, I was really hoping that would have worked. But that's okay. It's okay. So if you want color, then I would suggest inking. But I wanted to try the etching. I thought that was cute. I think it's, I still think it's a good idea to etch glass. It just gives it that little ghosted etched look. There's that one. And that one. Whew, thank goodness, those were stinky. Stinky, stinky, stinky. All right, I'm trying to think, let's see. Get something dark for you guys to see it on. Something black, see if that helps. Gosh, glass is so hard to photograph. It looks so good. I do feel like that zinc definitely did color it. I feel like it might be a little bit harder to see it. I'm going to try. Ooh, I wonder, wait a minute. Hold on, guys. Let's see if I can find my rub and buff. Might be in here. Let's see. No. I thought I had a white, but now maybe I don't. Maybe I'm imagining that. Oh, let's see. Alright, never mind. But I am going to spray it with alcohol because I feel like that might clean it up a little bit better even. That stinks too. Nah. Squeak clean. You can see it's coming off on my cloth here. better. Oh well, I feel like it's cute anyway. I wonder though. Okay, I'm gonna give this a one more try here. I'm gonna do it with silver. I feel silver might really bring it out. Let's try silver on one side. Jeez. Holy moly, I am so sorry about that. Holy cow. The heck? That was intense. Let's do this one. Oh, see, I think silver might really bring that out. Let's rub it on there. That was crazy, you guys. Sheesh, somebody could get hurt. Oh yeah, see? That does bring it out more. Okay. Okay, I think we've stumbled on something here. Jeez, that was scary. That was scary. Okay. Just gonna dig in here, wipe it on there. Wipe it off. Definitely brings it out more. Look at that. Now you can really see it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And I feel like if you have colored water in there too, you'll definitely see it. I feel with these buffing creams too, you have to put them on and then quickly get it off. Kind of like a wax on, wax off kind of thing. That makes a world of difference. Really wish I could get this to show up on camera better. Really wish I could do that. Okay, let's just this one. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Yay. Okay. What a difference. What a difference. I love it. Honestly, you could chalk on this too. As long as you know you're not going to be like getting water on it all the time, it would be fine. This is dangerous. Point my face towards that. Goodness. Okay, so that's all etched. Let's work on that little cap. And then we'll be done. I think we'll do shimmer silver on there. First, I think we'll do let's see if this even works. Oh yeah. put ash on first, and then we'll try this shimmer silver on top. Disco would also be a good choice. Okay, let's give it a try. Go around the edges. You could use regular paint too. You don't have to use the chalk paste. Just trying to paint the lid though, so it looks a little better. Okay, let's get that dry. Now we'll get another one. And I'll dip it in the shimmer, see if we'll just, the silver will sit on top or not. Oh yeah, see? So that'll make it look kind of like a metal lid. Except it's not easy to hold for sure. Dabbing it, giving it some texture. I'll have to see if I have any teeny tiny little fake flowers to put in there. There we go. Yeah, I'll do the sides too, just so it all looks the same. So, remember we talked about this a long time ago. When I use my shimmers, when I like to paint with my shimmers, it's always good to have a base coat of a matte chalk color. So I use the ash, which is darker than the, I could have used grayish, I could have used storm, but ash was close, so I used ash. And then it sits better on a matte chalk color versus not doing it at all. Okay, I think I got it all. I actually kind of like it. It looks like just an old tin lid. Okay, let's get that dry. sparkly. It looks like a tin lid. I love it. No need to do the underside. Go on like that. Oh my gosh, it almost looks like a little salt and pepper shaker. All right, let's put these lights back on. All right, guys, I'm gonna look for some fun flowers, and then I will post pictures as soon as I have it up and about. All right, there you have it, an etched spice jar. So keep those spice jars. You can make cute little, just a little flower holder. Fun. And then use your either rub and buff, or if you have gilding wax, you can use that too. And that will bring out that etch. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's demo. And if I can help you in any way, let me know. Don't forget, just a few more hours left to join as a Perks member for $1, just $1, to get 30% off everything, to be privy to special promos and sales and discounts that retail customers are not able to take advantage of. And you get a $20 product credit every month. So that is a steal, you guys. We got our Easter sale going on till April 6th. So that's still going. And our heat transfer, BOGO, buy one, get one. That ends tonight too, okay, for Perks members. So you got to sign up as a Perks member. Once you do that, then have at it. You will find so much on the website, and you will have fun. I guarantee it. All right, have a great night. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.